You're good, Sha. You're good. Yeah.
I'm good.
Are you in Lekki or you're coming from Malagbili?
Alagbili. You know my grandchildren are around. Oh man, I'm so tired.
Haven't you told us about them recently?
Exactly.
You know, I took them to some place in VI on Saturday, and we were there till 9 o'clock, and they were not ready
To go home. It's like they have your energy.
It's on this road, on this Atlantic road.
Wow, that's fantastic.
We'll be having fun.
Good. Grandma Kuku has their time.
Yes.
So they would use that time very well.
Themselves.
Number 2, let me come to you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Okay, so you remember the last time I talked about that Chinese phone? I was making so much noise.
Have you traded it away?
I actually bought it for my maid, so I gave it to her. We're able to fix that noise. Okay. And now she doesn't talk to me now. Every small thing she'll just call me. Okay. See the kitchen, see me here. She'll just call me. She'll just say, should she bring water? I was like, I just loaded it with just 200 naira. I was like, wait, let NLC help you reduce that money. They don't reduce that money. Once that 200 finishes like this, I'll just see what you are going to do. So when she comes and she decides to come and talk to me, I won't answer her. I'll be like, go and call me. Credit to
Stop giving the burger. Let her enjoy. She has a phone now.
So excited.
How you doing, Obiajilu? I love your ensemble today.
Thank you.
These are really nice pictures.
Yeah, I will. Most definitely, I will. I think I'm coming down with a cold. I didn't sleep all through last night. My nose was blocked. I was coughing. So maybe I would have to go to the hospital this evening. And I'm happy that I have 2 days of rest. So
sorry, I have to say this.
Get ready.
I don't understand this nail. This thing on your nail, I don't understand it. Doesn't it hook on close? Doesn't it?
It does. So it's the nail technician that decided to put bow on top of nail.
I don't understand. You put a whole bow.
It's beautiful, but it's not very inconvenient.
Yeah, I was thinking,
what is that?
I was going to tell you that you have foam.
I'm like, why? Because when you're trying to wear your clothes.
Yes, it hooks to my hair and everything. Fashion is pain. Manage.
Beauty is pain.
Fashion is pain.
When she was a child, and I would be coming here and be shh.
Beauty is
pain. When she said, beauty is what?
Pain.
You have conditioned her mind.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. Oh my goodness.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very, very well. Grateful to God. Just thankful. Let me go on a very short break. I'm finally getting help.
We still have 1 minute left.
I'm finally getting somebody's going to come in twice a week.
Okay, to relieve you of something. At least the cleaning.
I need the relief.
I know.
I thought I was a super mom. There's nothing like super mom.
Yes.
What work won't kill me? No.
Me, I've been cooking since December till this moment. I had just sent my sister a message. Please, when are you coming to make soups for us?
I thought I could handle it. I can have 4 kids. They got school uniforms. They got their regular clothes, and they wear one clothes. They put in laundry.
Yes, now.
Are you okay?
That's what they're used to.
Wear clothes 3 times or 2 times. What are you doing?
No.
At least the pants. At least pants. Wear your pants at least twice. Your shirts, your pajamas twice at least.
Once.
What's up?
Teach them from
pajamas.
No,
twice.
Once. Let them start learning the cleanliness now. Once, please.
I say your jeans.
I don't understand.
We're watching jeans like every.
Jeans. You sun dry. You sun dry the jeans, but you see every other thing once. Please wear once and wash.
It's underwear that you wear once.
Nightwear. Are you wearing pants under your nightwear? No, you're not. So your body is touching the pajamas. So it's like underwear.
Okay,
once, please.
No.
Let's go on a break. It's not our hot topic today.
We should make it our hot topic.
Let us go on a break. It's just Tuesday. It's still the early days.
Because it's not you washing the clothes.
So don't mind her.
I used to wash.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back. That's 4 pages of the paper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. I'm still arguing over washing and laundry here. Okay, health sector gets $1 billion for human capital development. Nigeria will reduce external borrowing, says Edu. Federal government subsidizing electricity with 200 billion naira monthly. INEC tenders BVAS devices by Edo PDP. NLC drops planned protest over 50% telecoms tariff hike. PSC never directed IG Egbetokun's retirement. Southeast monarchs to abolish Ezendigbo title outside Igbo land. Court remands ex-NHIS boss Yusuf in prison. And Gergu makes 137 billion naira PAT up by 71%, declares dividend of 21.25 billion naira. Okay, which story are we taking?
Yeah, so the federal government has informed the World Bank of its desire to reduce Nigeria's dependence on external debt financing. This is part of a broader strategy to explore alternative funding sources beyond traditional multilateral loans. So the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edu, was the one who made this disclosure during a meeting with the World Bank Executive Director, Dr. Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed. And he reiterated the government's focus on fostering a business-friendly environment that attracts sustainable investments and drives private sector-led growth. And they said that you know, that's Dr. Ahmed now, who is the immediate past Minister of Finance, went ahead to commend Nigeria's macroeconomic reforms, saying that their role is what we are seeing now, which is improving fiscal stability and boosting investor confidence. She also pointed out that the recent financial reforms at the World Bank have expanded its lending capacity, making an additional $150 billion available over the next decade. Now, one of the key topics discussed was Nigeria's role in Mission 300, which was the World Bank initiative aimed at providing electricity access to 300 million Africans. And Edu insisted on Nigeria's commitment to the program, saying that it's going to improve our power infrastructure, which is crucial to our economic growth and industrial expansion, and also enhancing private sector competitiveness. So the minister assured the World Bank that the president remains focused on strengthening Nigeria's economic foundation, you know, with reducing the reliance on external loans. They'll see how they can get more from within and, you know, ramp up what we produce and our revenue making, so that we are better off as a country.
Okay, so I have the story of the NLC. They said the NLC drops planned strike. Yeah, so the NLC had a closed door meeting with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, that is Senator George Akume, at his office. They had a meeting on what they are going to do so that this strike will not happen. So at the end of the day, they said they set up a 10-man committee to study what led to the recent 50% telecommunication tariff hike and profile solutions. They said the 10-man committee, which will consist of 5 representatives from each side, that is 5 from the side of the NLC and 5 from the side of the federal government, and they're expected to submit its report in the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, they said the crux of the matter is that there is already a study that was conducted by the NCC, that's the Nigerian Communication Commission, that led to them to arrive at this 50%. But now the NLC and the federal government are now saying that, okay, they are going to look into it and see how they can reduce the tariff and so on. So let's see how that goes.
Special advisor to the president on energy, Mrs. Olu Vihajan, said yesterday that the federal government is subsidizing electricity to the tune of 200 billion naira monthly. She spoke at the government's as the government explores ways to improve supply and ensure the subsidies are delivered to vulnerable households. Special advisor also dismissed insinuations in some quarters that the government was considering 65% increase in electricity tariff. That's not true, according to her. She clarified that even the increased tariff for Band A, that government is still subsidizing 35% of that. So we are only paying 65% of the actual tariff. Wow. She said in the statement that it is a misrepresentation of what I actually said in a recent press interview. I had highlighted the fact following the increase in Band A 2024, current tariffs are only about 65%. And the government is still fielding the balance to subsidize. So this one that was paying is still being subsidized.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
If they're not removing subsidy, what will happen to us?
I'm telling you. Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. Because we're still buying diesel.
Yeah.
On top of this band, we're still buying diesel.
True.
So let me, you know, because you all say I've started again. Let me just say the PSC never directed.
I have to go on a short break. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go on a very short break. We'll continue the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
By 20 or 320. I suppose don't be one
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Yeah, that's all we can take. I choose to close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah, but do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
The empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person I used to suspect? What's his name?
That woman.
Bam!
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's get talk now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right.
Thanks for staying with us. Mike had a story in Punch in
yes,
Nation.
In the Nation. The Police Service Commission have announced that it's beyond their... they did not talk about the retirement of the Inspector General of Police. They said the Commission had been inundated with calls, messages, because it had made an announcement that some policemen, some officers who had served 35 years or were 60 and above were going to be retired. That they never made any statements. It's beyond their jurisdiction. They said that I don't want to really quote all the
details. Yeah. Okay.
The police under section Keneko. Okay. Let me just leave that one.
Okay,
it's not.
Let's move on now to the Punch. NLC holds protests as FG plans review panel. Police grill Ogunpa drunk monarch suspended for 6 months. Cyber terrorism court remands 42 Chinese Filipinos, others for over $22,000 for future. Makinde demands diligence as Oyo gears up for Alaafen's coronation. Mola Ige's murder, Ladoja demands Akonde's apology and threatens legal action. And local government autonomy, NULGE, cautions CBN against colluding with governors, they hire auditors. Okay, let me start with the cyber terrorism. So the Federal High Court in Lagos has granted an interim forfeiture for digital assets valued at over $222,000 allegedly linked to Chinese and Filipino nationals involved in the fraudulent activities. This was done by Justice Alexander Oweye, issued the order on Monday following an ex parte action filed by the EFCC. The motion was brought under Section 44, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution and Section 7 of the Advanced Fee for Fraud and Other Fraud-Related Offences. The court had directed the EFCC to publish the forfeiture order in a national newspaper, allowing any interested party to appear within 14 days and show cause why the assets should not be permanently forfeited by the federal government.
Okay. So I have the story of the local government autonomy. They said the National Union of Local Government Employees has warned the Central Bank of Nigeria against aiding state governors in undermining the financial autonomy of local government councils. They said the central government came out to say that the reason why they have refused to open accounts for these councils because they did not they do not have the requirements, some of the auditing requirements. But then the president of this NULGE came out and said that no, that they have the requirements. In fact, that the central government, the central bank actually said that they should provide a 2-year audited account. They are saying that they have even given them 3 years audited financial records. And so now they are saying that now the local governments are struggling to access their statutory allocation. Some of them have not even been paid salaries.
Yeah, they won't be able to.
Yeah, so he's saying that sincerely we are all in the dark as we stand now. People who don't want this local government autonomy to work are having a field day. Ordinarily, the Supreme Court judgment should not be left unattended.
Okay,
that's what he's saying.
Yes,
the monarch.
The monarch. Yes. So the Ogun State police have invited the monarch. So this monarch, a video went viral. I have to go and watch the video of him threatening this chief, a 73-year-old chief, Areola Abraham. He was telling, he was cursing. It was terrible. He was cursing him, his generation, his unborn. It was horrible. And then he even pushed his head, his heart fell off, another person slapped him from behind. So the Ogun State government have suspended him for 6 months, pending an investigation, and the police have invited him for questioning.
That was rather reckless.
Yes, now.
And he knows that they're recording him and he was doing that.
He didn't care.
What did the man do to him?
And you know, he was, we don't even know what he did to him.
Yeah.
He was accusing him of being a traitor. You know, he says accusing him of conspiracy. That's but we don't know what the conspiracy
what he conspired
was. He, the monarch, is a retired police officer, and he boasted on his influence, and nothing will happen to him. He said he will bury him.
That's too much. No, that's too much.
You should be
happy that the police took that over.
You need to watch the video.
I'm happy that the police took that over. Okay, moving on to Daily Sun. Labour suspends protest for 2 weeks for, according to Telecom's tariff hike fallout. Many feared killed, 7 policemen injured in Osun communal clash. NUPRC cracks down on IOCs, others over crude oil diversion. Bola Ige and Ladoja threatens legal action against BC Akonde. NDDC empowers persons with disabilities in Imo State. We're impressed with Enugu. Things are moving fast, says Danish Consul General. And Edo, PDP, Igodalo, closed case against APC, Okwebolo, INEC opens defense. Okay,
I have a story. FRSC impounds 60 vehicles over number plate violation. So the Federal Road Safety Corps yesterday launched a nationwide crackdown on illegal number plates, impounding 60 vehicles in the Federal Capital Territory for various offences. Now, addressing newsmen in Abuja, the Assistant Corps Marshal in charge of operations, Hygienist Amaechi, said the special intervention, operation was aimed at tracking down use of fake number plates across the country. The Special Intervention Patrol is part of the FRSC's efforts to ensure sanity on the highways and prevent the use of fake number plates for criminal activities. The use of fake number plates have become a major security concern in the country. Some citizens have taken it upon themselves to use unauthorized number plates not recognized by law. They said they've also received complaints from diplomatic missions about their number plates being cloned, and they are determined to put an end to the menace. So the FRC has promised that they will leave no stone unturned in tracing the source of the fake number plates and bringing those responsible to book. He said the exercise will continue across major cities in the country. I think about 2 weeks ago, I was leaving the office not 2 weeks ago, but just before we moved to this place, and I was stopped and they told me that my number plates were fake. But I did not get number plates from any fake. I got it from them. And I was arguing because, okay, so what happened was the front of the car is still very much intact. The back had faded a bit, but we got the two at the same time when we got it. So we need to be sure that they themselves are not giving fake number plates, because I did not go anywhere. I'm not doing any shady business that I need to change my number plates, and I've had those number plates for a very long time. So that was when I noticed that how come the back is fading more than the front, but I got this number plates from you. So they need to be very careful so that a lot of innocent people don't get in the crosshairs.
Okay, so the CEO of the NUPRC, that's the chief executive, Benga Komalafe, he's the NUPRC, that's the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. They have vowed to take decisive actions against international oil companies and other independent producers diverting crude oil meant for domestic refining. This is very, very important because to enforce the compliance, the Commission has declared that it will deny export permits to any company, especially the IOCs, who are failing to meet its domestic crude supply obligations. So you're supposed to first satisfy local refineries before exporting. The warning was issued at a high-stake industry meeting last weekend over the 50 key players, including the IOCs, independent marketers, and independent producers, and refiners. They all gathered to address concerns over the inconsistencies in the DCSO implementation. I'm even happy that in the past, the IOCs would say, because your federal government is owing us, we have to export. Right now, Wale Ado has paid everybody. He's not owing them anymore. The last $7 billion, he has paid it. So now they have enough. They have enough confidence to say, you dare not take our crude outside without first satisfying domestic refiners. Really important. So they'll be enforcing, and Benga Komalafe has said that this will be done, and one that any crude oil designated for domestic refining must be diverted. If it's not diverted, they will definitely be brought to book.
I like what they also added, that they are trying to do this Naira for crude. So you're getting the crude in Naira, and then you're going to be selling in Naira as well within the local community. That's what we've always clamored. And when we go outside, we can sell in international markets. Here, we satisfy ourselves.
I'm happy that things are moving forward. Like the nation is actually moving forward. We are seeing steps moving forward. Any other story?
The former governor of Oyo State, Governor Rashidi Ladoja, has said that the former chairman of the APC, Bisi Akonde, is having a memory loss. He says that because Akonde had made an allegation that Ladoja removed the case, took the case out of court for Bola Ige's murder. He says he noted that he has his memory, old age is affecting his memory, so he doesn't remember what happened. He said Bola Ige was assassinated in what year? In 2001, and he got into power in 2003, 18 months after the assassination. That where did he get all this information? That's
I read that story last night. I read that story.
Apology. We just need apology from.
They are two old men. Sometimes they're too old men. Let's not get into them because we don't know who's having memory loss. We don't know. Let's just stand outside and focus on what they are doing on the papers. Moving on,
very close to Bola Ige, and he asked him to come and contest. That's how close we were. So how is he going to be involved and know about the death?
I read the story. He just said that he knows he would know. They should ask him. That was GBC. They ask him. He would know. Okay, Vanguard. FG bans export of crude set aside for local refiners. I took that story already. Telco's tariff hike. Labor shelves protest. FG set up YK's best thing. 10-man committee.
Oh shit.
That's why the story will not take it. PDP crisis. Ude Okoye's camp kicks as Anyan Wu resumes office at the National Secretariat. Emefiele's trial, CBN's vehicle contract follows due process according to witness. Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu, Peter Obi, Davido, others congratulate Thames on Grammy win. And you have no power to order my impeachment, Tinubu tells court. Okay, which story are we taking in Vanguard?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so we have the one that the president is saying, you have no power to order my impeachment.
Roche?
He said that the president asked the Federal High Court in Abuja to dismiss a suit that is seeking to compel the National Assembly to initiate impeachment proceedings against him over alleged rights violations. So they quoted the case, the suit case and all of that, and was brought before the court by a legal practitioner, Mr. Olukoya. He ordered the court to declare that the Tinubu-led administration has constantly suppressed peaceful protests organized by Nigerian citizens, and that this amounts to an impeachable offense. So they announced he now said that the government had between August 1st and 10th violently clamped down on peaceful protesters across the federation. But then they are now coming and saying that during the protest, security agents under the control of the president were present to protect the protesters and ensure that their civil action was not hijacked by hoodlums, and not what the other guy is saying. He's not saying that they are suppressing their. They are not allowing Nigerians to exercise their rights. So there's so much story under it, with plenty constitutions and all their references and everything is so long there. So Nigerians, read ahead.
Yeah, I have a human interest story in Vanguard. So 3 siblings, a boy and 2 girls, have been killed by yet to be identified persons in Newi North local government area of Anambra State. They said the siblings were aged 9, 7 and 5, and they were suspected to be killed by assailants who swooped in on them in their house, then stuffed their lifeless bodies inside a deep freezer in the apartment. So the eldest of the sibling, a girl, Chikaima Ejezie, 9 years, second daughter Chim Ziterem Dominica, 7 years, and the only son Chim Delim Ejezie, 5 years. They were left in the apartment by their mother, Mrs. Chikazo Ejezie, who was a lecturer and a nurse. She had to go to write some exams that particular day, so she had given them what to eat and then went. So by the time she got back, she found that they had not even finished their food. It seemed like they hurried them away. So she was looking for them. Where are my kids? Where did they go and look for something else? What's going on? She said, okay, let me even check what I have in my freezer. Only for her to open her freezer and saw her kids stuffed inside. She had to quickly call her husband, who was in another part of the city, and he came down. They had taken the matter to the police.
What did they do?
Investigations are ongoing. They said they have neighbors in the environment. They don't know what happened. They can't tell who came in. Said it's as if they broke into the house while the kids were eating and killed them, stuffed them in the freezer, and left.
Oh my God!
For whatever reason.
It must be a serial killer or something.
Not even a serial killer. Maybe they have beef with the parents.
Yes. The parents should be suspects also.
Really?
I don't know.
Why would they want to kill their own 3 children?
There are different reasons. There are mentally depressed people that.
But she went to write exams, and the husband was in.
They have to ensure that her story collaborates with
Hey!
There's enough movies to know that she can. I can. There are different angles to this story. Please.
But I'm even wondering.
An investigation.
Do they have house help?
No. She left them alone.
A 9-year-old alone.
We have to wrap up. I mean, there's a lot to unpack in that story. I'm sure the police will
forgot to read Vanguard. Maybe I'm having
sorry, you are in there. You are in their league. So you are 64 now. So you are gradually moving to their level. Right, but we still want you on this side of the stand.
Stay with us.
Let's go on a very short break. When we return, we want our special feature of this morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he's
Second, there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sachet, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
Valentine's season is here and love is in the air. Guess what? YourView is kicking off 2025 with a bang, hosting our first ever live show on the 14th of February 2025 at the brand new TVC Communications Eco Atlantic Studios. You want to be a part of the magic? It's simple. Secure your seat now by registering online. Just send us your name, phone number, and tell us why you would love to join the fun. Get ready for hot conversations, fresh perspectives, and a chance to share your own view on trending topics. And oh, did we mention we have tons of gifts up for grabs? Don't let anything ruin your Valentine's Day. Join us for love, laughter, and lots of unforgettable moments. See you there.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Thanks for staying with us. Join us to address Nigeria's housing deficit through affordable housing solutions is the head of investment, ARM Olubiyi Adekunbi. Welcome to the show, sir. Good to have you.
Thank you. Good morning.
So, we're told that MREF. What exactly is MREIF?
So, MREF,
yes.
You know, in full, it's the Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund. Okay. And it's an initiative of the federal government to address the housing deficit in the country. You know, it's something that has been identified as, you know, home ownership is something that has been identified as, you know, a key requirement for every Nigerian. And in terms of where things are generally, you know, it's lagging behind. So the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has taken it as a project to create a sustainable avenue to mobilize capital from both the public and the private space in addressing the housing deficit issue. So the MREF is a 1 trillion naira program registered with the Security and Exchange Commission as a closed-ended fund, which is intended to mobilize capital from both the public and the private sectors to be deployed into addressing the housing deficits.
Okay. Yeah, so what makes MREF unique compared to other housing initiatives?
So one of the unique things about MREF is that it creates a structure where capital can be mobilized both from the public and the private sector. What that does is it's able to scale sustainably. If you look at the pension industry, for example, the total size, the amount of deposit that have been made by pension funds has grown to up to 20 trillion naira over the years. And you know, they are, as a capital market vehicle, they are positioned to invest in this type of structure. So imagine a structure where funding can be raised from the government for a very long time, and also being able to pull from you know, the monies from the capital market. What that does is it creates a very large pool of investments that can be used to address the housing deficit sustainably and in the long run.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I read somewhere that you'll be collaborating with the private sector.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
what role will the federal government be playing?
So the federal government's role primarily is to provide concessionary financing towards, you know, achieving this goal. Interest rates currently are closer to 30%, and what that does is that mortgages are not affordable. If you approach any commercial bank today, mortgages are closer to 30%. The federal government's contribution towards the fund, you know, beyond putting the structure together and giving the private sector the benefit of driving the entire process, right? The federal government's contribution into the scheme is concessionary, and it allows you know, by blending with the private sector investment, allows for low interest rates to be achieved. You know, the objective of the fund is to be able to issue mortgages at 12% for up to 20 years.
Wow.
That won't be possible without the federal government's contribution into the scheme.
How will MREF directly benefit middle-income Nigerians aspiring to own homes?
Yeah, so as stated, right, the middle-income earner is unable to access mortgages at closer to 30%. At 12%, it's more affordable, meaning, you know, people with lower income bands are able to access this fund, access mortgages to buy homes, you know, across the country. And it's a fund that is going to be available to every Nigerian, provided that they meet the criteria to access the funding.
What's the criteria?
So some of the criteria are you have to have a stable source of income to be able to repay the mortgages. You need to have some form of equity towards the home acquisition. You know, it's for Nigerians, so you also need to have a valid Nigerian identification. You know, your basic mortgage requirements if you typically approach.
So let's talk about the regions or demographics of those who are prioritizing for this support.
Yes. So, you know, the fund is aimed at targeting every Nigerian across the country. But as a pilot, the fund will be looking to target the urban areas where these housing deficits are, you know, are more felt. For example, Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Rivers State, Enugu, and possibly Abia. These are the primary target areas that the fund will target as a pilot. But, you know, as the fund grows and raises more capital to get to up to 1 trillion, you know, this will become more available across the country.
So what measures have you guys put in place to ensure that the funds have, the allocation of the funds are transparent for people to see that's actually hitting the target? Yeah,
so being a government, you know, initiative, an initiative supported by the government, one thing that has been done is to ensure that the entire process is private sector driven. And what has been done is an independent investment committee has been set up to ensure that the strategies of the funds are monitored by the private sector, and ARM as fund managers will drive that entire process in implementing, identifying the areas where the investments will go, and ensuring transparency throughout the entire process of the management of the fund.
Okay, so for what are the specific responsibilities that ARM are going to
so ARM is primarily responsible for driving the strategy of the fund and ensuring transparency across the way, ensuring that every Nigerian has access to this fund and, like I said, transparency through and through.
Okay, so how can home buyers and developers participate in the MREIF initiative?
So we've created several platforms where indication of interest can be provided. We have a website, mref.arm.com.mg, where mortgage applicants and developers can indicate their interest in applying for either the mortgages or the offtake guarantee. So one of the things the fund will be doing would be to provide offtake guarantees for developers to be able to access construction finance from construction lenders.
Interesting. So I was just going to say something before you do your closing remarks. One of the issues we've had in the past is the fact that people always worry that many of these housing schemes are done in remote areas. So I'm pretty happy that you picked certain urban areas, but even within the urban areas, is it going to be in the city or is it going to be outskirts? Because people are always worried about, if I do the scheme is here, I can't get there because of where my work is.
So what the fund has done is it's not restrictive in what it can do. It's open, is like I said, it's private sector driven, so it's going to follow the demand and supply. Where we see that people are interested in buying properties, the developers that are able to provide housing units in those areas will be provided to match that demand. So it's totally private sector driven, it's going to be demand driven, and it's not going to be restrictive in terms of where the projects will be provided.
Thank you so much. Any other thing you want to tell us? Phone number, how do we reach you guys?
Yes.
How do we
intending home buyers and mortgage applicants can indicate their interest on mref.com.ng, as well as emails to mreif@arm.com.ng.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
There's going to be a very short break. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. I choose to close the show. Ladies
and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, but do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
The empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person I used to suspect? What's his name?
That woman.
Damn!
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
Valentine's season is here and love is in the air. Guess what? Your View is kicking off 2025. Thanks for staying with us. So, a news caught our attention. So, the former Minister of Transportation, Amaechi, has accused the Nigerian politicians of stealing, maiming, and killing to remain in power. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, has responded, criticizing the former minister through the ministry's Director of Information and Public Relations, Henshaw Ugubike, describing Amaechi's comments as reckless and inflammatory. Now, when you read or hear a statement like this from a two-time speaker, former governor or 2 terms, former Nigeria Governors Forum chairman, former minister for 8 years, how would you react to this statement coming from someone that is eminently qualified to be an elder statesman? That was from the minister. But this is an interesting conversation to have, because it's almost like a revelation from a core politician himself. We've got to take him seriously. So to join the conversation, you can call 09024163440, 021-635-2013, and also send us your messages on X and also on YouTube. We'll be happy to read your messages. So aside from that maiming and killing and retaining power, he went on to say, let me read a few more of his comments. He said that all we have there is a typical Nigerians. They will be clapping for you. But that's why politicians get away with anything. They get away with murder because they have Nigerians have short memory. None of you here can defend your votes. Voters are easily swayed. The politician is there in Nigeria to steal, to maim, to kill, and to retain power. If you think Tinubu will give it to you, you are wasting your time. When you speak, you forget history. He also said that Nigerian voters are easily swayed and influenced by political rhetoric and inducements from political office holders. So, of course, Masale wasn't going to let that lie low. He immediately responded and said that he described Amaechi's comments as reckless, inflammatory, and told former governor that power is earned through democracy, not intimidation, violence, lawlessness, as he has claimed. Now, this is interesting because I don't know, what are your thoughts on this? So, I know that people talk from knowledge and experience. And he's talking from knowledge and probably experience. And I would have loved that he gave us names of the politicians that have killed, maimed, and stolen, right? he was a politician himself. He's been a politician all his life. Yes, he's been a politician all his life. There's no record of him running any form of business before getting into politics. There's no record of him owning any form of company before getting into there's no record. If you have a record, please send it. That's why I'm saying from my own personal opinion. So he's been a politician all his life as far as I'm concerned. And he is speaking from, it sounded like he's speaking from a place of pain. So I would have loved that he mentioned names, that he gave us, because these are very strong allegations against the political space, that he gave us, you know, this example of this person during politics, he killed so and so, he maimed so and so, he lobbied for his vote, he sent boys to cut away ballot papers, he did this, giving us, so that we now believe him that, oh, he's a politician too that has been there. He's done that, he's seen it, and he's now giving us, you know, concrete evidence against his political affiliates. And even himself, being a politician as well, what did he do? Will people also point fingers at him to say that you too, you maimed so and so person, you killed so and so person? So coming out to say this with what we are going through as a country, I don't think is right for him to do that. I think it's just casting aspersions and, you know, trying to divert people's attention from the realities of the policies that we're facing right now. He should focus on the greater good. What is this administration doing? Even if he's not in that spot anymore where he's going to be chopping from, you know, but what are we doing as an administration? He's still part of this. Is it not APC? It's APC now. He's still part of the administration. So what are we doing for the greater good? Okay, now maybe I'm no longer in that position where, or the position that I like, but I'm still somewhat playing in this field. How do we come together to help the renewed hope agenda? Not to sit down and say politicians kill me. We know all of that. We see all of that, but there's no evidence.
Do you think his statements are inciting, or he's just expressing his own personal opinion?
Not be opinion.
I don't think he's expressing his own opinion. I think he's coming from because, excuse me, what he's saying, is there anything that he's saying that is new? We all know that our politicians are doing all of these things.
Yes, we do.
So I don't know whether he wants to paint himself as a saint, or he's not part of all those things, or he's trying to pursue an ambition. But which one? Because the truth is this: our politicians don't have any special interest for any of us. Where he was even mentioning the fact that they want to change the, they don't want to leave office. They want to continue coming and coming and coming. You, how many times have you been?
Did you go?
You were governor for how many times? 2 times. And then you are now minister.
Speaker.
Now again.
First speaker.
So why didn't you step down?
Exactly.
So
and now again, everybody, you are going back there as many times as possible as well. You are not giving other people the chance to come on board. So I mean, our politicians, as long as our politicians are not doing what they are supposed to do, and we are not prosecuting them when they do something wrong, we are still going to be in this same circle. This thing that he's saying is the same thing. We know that these are things that the politicians are saying, just like what you've just mentioned. We Nigerians, we are not casting our votes anyhow. We want it to count. That's the best thing we can do.
Well, he's saying that your votes are easily swayed because many the politicians, they come to you, they give you money, they induce you with a lot of other things, and you sway your votes and you give them your votes. So he's saying that this, like, really, what he's really saying is that Nigerians need to do better, because that was the conference was attending. The conference really was about governance, how we can improve governance. I'm trying to get the actual theme of the conference he attended. It was a conference he was attending. Let me get the theme. Minister of State for Defense. No, that's what Awale's response. But let me get YK started and I'll come back to the conference on strengthening democracy in Nigeria. Held earlier in the week. That's exactly that. So it was about how do you strengthen our democracy. So it was trying to tell young people that stop voting for these politicians, because all they do, they incite, they induce you with lots of gifts and money, and then they are able to sway your vote. That you must be, you must know that the politicians are not going to hand over the power to you. You have to find a way to ensure that you are resolute on what you need to do. So in saying that, he now used that statement of they are here to kill and maim. And that, including him, according to Matawale, was reckless. And the question is, do you agree with the minister that it was reckless for a standing politician, an eminent politician himself, to say that kind of thing? That's really the conversation. Was it reckless, or was he just expressing his personal opinion?
I don't think he was reckless. I really don't think he was reckless. I think he was just speaking his truth. While he was speaking his truth, I'm hoping that he was pointing himself inside the all of them.
The four fingers.
As he was pointing like this, he was pointing to himself too. That is all. I don't think he was reckless. I actually watched part of it, and I heard him when he said they took power. We took power from PDP. You know, we forced them out.
Admitting to what he claimed.
Forgetting that while he was saying it, he was PDP for a speaker, PDP 8 years, governor, PDP 8 years. When you now wanted to change, you now change to APC.
Now took power.
Minister again, another 8 or 4 years. While he was minister, remember that train, the train?
That train
was Minister of Transportation. When they kidnapped all those people and killed 500 people.
Yes.
And while people were seeing money, he was in River State running around the stadium trying to go for presidency.
We remember.
You remember? So I don't think it was inciting at all. At all. I just hope he knows that when they are packing all of them, they pack him too.
Okay, well, okay. When you say somebody is speaking their truth, I hear that a lot, speaking your truth. But shouldn't be used to speaking your truth with a sense of responsibility, knowing that your person has the capacity to incite violence against a sitting government, or what you're saying can actually begin to spur people to pick up arms or say, you know what, this politician, I don't believe them, because you need to be very careful. There's something that we on this table cannot say. We can say something in our private rooms, but we can't say it on TV because of how we've been doing this show for 12 years. So we have to there's a sense of responsibility in speaking your truth, where to say it, how to say it, and to whom you should be saying it to.
So me, I have a problem with the person that is saying the truth. Do you understand? Even if it's their truth. Even if it's their truth, the person that is saying the truth is not
supposed to.
He's supposed to have told somebody to help him say it. Do you understand? Not him saying it. It's true, because
Amaechi do yourself.
He didn't do anything to me. But you are in the ruling party. You are in APC. You are even supposed to be the one to even start suggesting ways of how to make the country better and all of those things. It's not for you to come out and start saying all of this. Yes, this thing he said, it can incite violence, it can incite all of those things and everything. But I don't think it will do that, because we Nigerians, we know all these things he's saying. It's not new. It's not new. We know these things that he's saying. And so, but he shouldn't remove or extract from there. No, he's part of it.
Okay. You know, I like how you said, as a leader, you must take responsibility for what you say and understand that every word you say, you have to be accountable to. You have to be accountable to the people. People are watching, people are seeing your movements, your body language and everything. And I think he's one politician that throws caution to the wind. And that's also because of the way we run our political system here. We don't really hold our politicians accountable. They feel that they can say anything, do anything, and after all, I talk, right? And the next minute we move on to the next. What's the next issue on ground? For no day, everybody forgets. Nobody's holding our leaders accountable, and that's why they can stand up, excuse me, and say whatever they want to say, because they know that there's nothing you can do. Even if you know that I kill, I maim, I steal, what's the worst you can do to me? You can't do anything to me. Many of our politicians have some type of immunity that they're not even we're not even allowed to arrest them, probably till they are done with their tenure and all of that. So that gives them that sort of confidence to say whatever. So we can pick him up now.
I wanted to wrap up on this, but you see, let me go on a short break. I'll come back and I'll try to wrap up. But you see, this thing that we always say, holding accountable, I want us to unpack it a bit. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
We'll try.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Ready for school? Yes! My champs, they use energy at school. I know, because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days. Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. No cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your View empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm told we have a caller. Good morning. Thanks for calling. Cash, Mr. Cash. Hello, Mr. Cash.
Sorry. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morayo and others. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Yeah, good morning. You are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to react to a contribution regarding what former Minister Amaechi said. Though we are quite agreed that he said the truth, all of us, he said the truth. But let me know that, to prove evidence. Some people that have been having sort of evidence, because we tell them that it's not enough. And let me let you know that Amaechi has good integrity and is a well-educated person and is a politician as well. And he has been in the system. He knows. See, who will fight for the commoners? See, Farrokh in his case as well. Those people that are fighting for the commoners, they will condemn them. Don't let us just discourage them. What they are saying the truth. But the solution is how to tackle, how to reduce this type of application. Is what we have to, because they are the ones helping the masses. So that's my own contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I was going to talk about what you said about holding our leaders accountable, because we said that a lot, and I'm thinking, how do we hold our leaders accountable in this part of the world? Because lots of people just go on social media, they say what they have to say, but really, as you said, really nothing happens. Like, what exactly is the modus operandi of holding the leader accountable? In other parts of the world, people they sign polls, or there's a questionnaire sent around. People vote, say, we want you out, and they march up to the building and they demand petitions. They bring up petitions saying that a third of this community, or 2/3 or 3/3 of this community, have said that they want you out. And there's a lot of pressure from people lobbying them, saying, we have to get them out of the office. But here, nobody has that kind of energy. The best you can do is go on social media and lament. So in our mind, we are holding them accountable. We're not holding anybody accountable by doing it on social media. It's a conscious effort on the part of the people to actually say, you know what, this we don't want anymore. We have to do it the right way. But yes, we see people doing protests. But sometimes even the protests is watered down. Sometimes it's watered down. Yeah. So how do we, there's a digression a bit, but that word of holding them accountable, someone's got to tell us how.
Yeah. So I think Nigerians are not ready for the hard work. I think it's the hard work that we don't like. Let me give you a little example. If you go to buy something, maybe in the filling station or in the supermarket, and there's a queue, right? We like to shunt. Nobody has patience to queue and wait their turn. So you are just looking around to see if maybe the manager can recognize me so that I will leave that queue and be attended to. I have somewhere to be. Everybody has somewhere to be. But if you have an accident on the road, that rush where you rush, you are paused till that is sorted, especially if it's your car that is damaged properly. You want to hold the driver who has hit you by the jugular till they are able to sort you out. You forget that you were in a hurry a few minutes ago to get to your business. So the hard work in holding accountable is what we are not ready to do. We like the easy way out. So, okay, are we writing a petition? How many people will even write the petition? How many people will follow through on the petition? You just say that they are writing a petition. To even put your name is a problem. Are we coming out to protest? How many people will come out to protest first day, second day, third day? I get business, my shop is closed, my children need to eat. So those are some of the things that discourage us and also enable these politicians, because they know that we do not have Nigerians, we love life too much to want to stress ourselves. And if we don't stress ourselves, we'll keep going round and round in circles. Because for us to be able to hold government accountable, democracy has to be strengthened in such a way that the rule of law is obeyed. And who would insist that the rule of law is enforced? It's the people. The power belongs to the people. We don't know that we have the power. Even when we know we have the power, we don't have the energy to pursue the power. That is where the problem is.
Let me take this call. I've been holding for a minute. Good morning. Thanks for calling from Port Harcourt.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're live. You're live. Go ahead, please. Mr. Chris. Okay. We're going to be wrapping up.
Yeah, I think, so for me, I think we are scared. It's not like we can't hold leaders accountable. We are scared. I know of a local government that wrote a petition. They didn't want one of their House of Reps to present them and all of that. But at the end of the day, justice, the thing didn't work out. So you see, when all these things, when they pass all these petitions and none of them rules in their favor, they get discouraged. A lot of people get discouraged. In fact, it doesn't, most times it doesn't even happen because the House of Rep, one way or the other, he bought his way, you know, and you know he was able to pay money, and then nothing happened to him.
Right, Rama, too, because
nothing happened to him.
Even in the case of maybe you have issues with NERC or you want a meter.
Yes.
And if you just write a report to NERC.
They tire you.
You just get, because you keep writing petitions that I need them to fix the meter transformer just support our community. That's you going the right way.
Exactly.
Going the right way sometimes is very painstaking. And people just give up and they're tired.
That's absolutely. We're scared. We're scared.
It's not just painstaking. There are no results.
Yeah.
When you do it
the right way.
The right way, you don't get results. So, and I disagree about us not holding. A lot of people hold their leaders accountable. Amaechi is holding people accountable. Did you not?
How is it? By coming on stage, by making a comment.
By coming to come and...
He's talking.
He just mentioned, he didn't say anything new.
Listen.
There's nothing new. It's nothing new. What is he talking?
Just leave that one. Why is new? Whether he has the right to talk or not is the real issue. The real issue is, does he have the right to talk? No, he doesn't, because he's part and parcel of our problem.
Exactly.
But he's still
talking.
But what end will we stop?
Exactly.
Former President has also been talking.
Yes.
And so what has changed?
What has changed?
YK has a point.
What has changed?
What we are doing too is talking now.
This one, they pay us to talk. They pay us to talk. They don't pay me, I know they talk politics. If they don't pay me, I know they talk. You will not catch me discuss politics after the show. I don't. Right? Now work, I can't work. So that's different. He's talking to what end?
Obiajulu make us stop you there. If you will not want to talk politics, if you like, don't talk your politics. But the fact that you are even talking it on this show, whether they are paying you or not, you are talking.
Yeah.
So we want to talk.
It's because they are paying me.
We want to talk and let it be effective.
If it was because I are paying you, you're not going to get opinion.
And we want to talk and let it be effective.
Just looking at, because you will know. I mean that I'm just happy in my husband's house. You will not say a word, but you are talking. That means you have an opinion.
I do.
Okay.
So it's not because they are paying you, it's because you have an opinion.
So to what end is all of this talk?
Okay,
if we cannot walk the walk.
This talk is part of holding the leaders accountable.
Okay, let me, sorry, I'm not
now, the work, I don't understand the work that you want.
I started this accountable thing.
Which waka you want me to answer the call, because I want to ask you the waka you want me to waka.
Wait. You're talking pidgin. Me and pidgin, we don't flow very well. I don't understand.
Sorry, the kind of work you want us to walk.
I said the work. We have to walk the walk.
Let me take this call. Let me just. I need to come. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Sorry, see, it's YK.
It's not YK. They don't start again.
We have to wrap up on this. I want to bring it out, guys. But I think really, let's go back to Amaechi. The reason why I brought this accountable because we're saying that what he was saying was trying to hold his colleagues accountable and also trying to encourage young people to strengthen Nigeria's democracy, because truth is that democracy cannot be strengthened without the people. We as people must be interested in strengthening our democracy. So I understand where he's coming from, but the other part of it is that is he qualified because of his antecedents? So is he qualified to actually speak? Maybe he is, maybe he's not. Maybe he's eating sour grapes, as you said earlier. Maybe he is. Maybe he's just understanding that I didn't get an opportunity to govern. So because of that, I'm going to say it. Because a few of them have been coming out. I'll refer to his speaking. They're all saying all sorts of things. We can understand.
And the funny thing, all of them APC.
If Wale Edu comes out tomorrow to talk, I say yes. You are talking from a position that you know. You are there and you are talking. Or
and you are doing.
Who is in government?
Cardoso.
No, Cardoso is central bank. He doesn't have
any government affiliation.
They all the I can't even remember all the ministers.
Okay. Or that Bohala comes out to say yes.
Matawale.
This government or Matawale, I would say they are in position to speak, and they are speaking. That means, but if you are, I know you are gunning for a position. and you didn't get it, and you are annoyed that you didn't get it, and you are talking, I will be suspecting you.
Okay, I think we can end on that.
So if Obi Ajulu comes out to talk tomorrow,
I'm not into politics. I'm not going into politics. I don't have that plan in my future.
That is all we can take on this segment. When we come back, it's our Healthy Tuesday. So we'll have our health segment. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time.
On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back
and all the biggest news from the world of entertainment. Only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the happen, waiting the shop. You need to award winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Drive.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Sheen. Let's go.
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Entertainment means the world to me. Entertainment means traveling, sitting on the beach, sipping some nice wine, drinking some pina colada, eating some pineapple rice. Entertainment means being in studio, working, creating magic, creating music. Entertainment means riding bicycle or entering Okada and experiencing nice breeze. Entertainment is life to me. I can't do it without entertainment.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known, for when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century, speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on. You're my provider. You're my provider.
Muhammad Ali was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky on January 17, 1942. His birth name was Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. He began training as an amateur boxer at age 12, and at 18 he won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics and turned professional later that year. In his early years as a professional, Clay was more highly regarded for his charm and personality than for his ring skills. He sought to raise public interest in his fights by reading childlike poetry and spouting self-descriptive phrases like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. On February 25, 1964, at age 22, he pulled off a major upset, defeating Sonny Liston to win the World Heavyweight Championship. That same year, he shocked the boxing establishment again by denouncing his birth name as a slave name and formally took the name Muhammad Ali, which was given to him by his spiritual mentor Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Nation of Islam. For the next 3 years,
thanks for staying with us. So now let's talk today. This morning we will be discussing a subject matter which often stirs controversies, triggers bad blood between nursing mothers and their close family members, most especially possibly their mother-in-laws and mothers, in particular during the Omugo season. These are age-long beliefs and traditions many grandparents grew up with, but science and civilization is now saying they are mere hearsay or just a fallacy, and it's dangerous to the health of toddlers. We did not die. Anyway,
we survived.
Joining us from our Abuja studio to discuss these myths or facts is the pediatric consultant and child health advocate Ayobola Adebowale. Welcome to the show, popularly known as your baby's doctor. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, good to have you on. So, because we don't have much time, there's so much we need to unpack. You know, there are many things that we grew up learning about taking care of children. I'd like to start with the one of the hiccups. When the child has hiccups, they tell you to cut out the thread, put it 7 times, right?
Around
the head, and then leave it there. And then the hiccup goes and disappears. And miraculously, it happens. In my own case, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But is that really true? Is that medically proven?
Or
could it be?
because I have a personal experience.
Okay, so about the hiccups, it's not medically proven that putting wool on the hair actually helps. For me, I think it's usually a coincidence. You know.
Go ahead, ma'am. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so the putting wool on the hair actually does not help. But I always tell parents that it does not hurt. So if you feel, sometimes it makes you feel like you are doing something. Right. You are being active about it. Because when the baby has hiccups, it's quite distressing to the parents. Mm-hmm. So when you put something on the head, it feels like you are doing something, but it does not work, because the reason the child has hiccups in the first place is due to the contraction of the diaphragm. Okay, so that will go by itself. Although some people say if you breastfeed the baby may feel better. Yeah. But truthfully, babies will have hiccups every now and then, and it will go by itself.
Right. Okay. Right. So let me add something to that.
I know there's no scientific basis behind the wool on the head. Right. Yes. But if it makes you feel like you're doing something, then fine. That's fine.
Okay. So I like the fact that scientifically it doesn't work. But we need to also understand that beliefs actually work. It's you that make the beliefs powerful. Mm-hmm. Now, I grew up being used that rope from the edge of the cloth. Yes.
Don't pull it out.
It worked till I got to a certain age, and then I realized that it stopped working.
Really? For yourself?
Yes. Yeah, my grandma was always doing it for me, and it was working. Now, I have a 9-year-old that till today, when she has hiccups, she comes to me, and I remove it, and I put it, and it works. Now, what is happening there? Scientifically, it's not really doing anything, but my beliefs are strong enough for her, and it's working.
Yeah.
Wow. So till the day she gets to an age where she realizes, Mommy, this thing you're doing is nonsense, it will stop working. So sometimes I believe that mothers had to do certain things that they believed. And because their belief was strong enough to hold it, it will relieve the child at the time. Till we now get to that point where you realize that, oh, this thing was not really doing anything. It was just my belief that was holding it.
We still have our guest.
For my 9-year-old, it still works.
Let's talk to our guest. Okay. Let's talk about another myth.
Another one. They said exclusive breastfeeding, that we should give water. What do you think about that? Some people don't want to go, don't want to do their exclusive.
Hello, madam, are you there?
Exclusively.
Hello, ma'am.
Well, we say you should exclusively breastfeed a child. It means you should give your child.
She's talking, but I can't hear her.
Can't hear her.
Nothing else apart from breast milk, because breast milk itself contains over 90% of water.
Okay.
Which means that you really don't need to give water. The way God has created breast milk, it is perfect for your baby. So for that first 6 months, everything your baby needs to survive for that first 6 months is in the breast milk. You don't need to give water, because we know that, first of all, the baby's stomach is actually quite small and can take only a little amount of milk per time. So when you give water, you've already filled the stomach with a lot of water, and there is no space for the child to take in food. So that's the first reason. So the child will not be getting enough nutrients as the child should.
Right.
The second reason is that the baby's kidneys are not well developed, to work with water. So it's better to avoid water in the first 6 months of life, especially if you're exclusively breastfeeding your baby. Of course, if your baby is formula fed, that's a different ballgame entirely. But for an exclusively breastfed baby, you should not give water. And this is one thing that causes a lot of problems with, especially the grandmothers.
Grandmothers always just bring it
before you know.
Before you leave the hospital, they're already giving you water.
They will even put pepper.
Give him water.
Give him water.
You, when you eat, they say when you eat, don't you drink water? Give him, let her drink
water. Okay, another myth.
Throwing the baby up makes them stronger.
Hello, ma'am.
There's a delay.
Did you get that?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
She didn't hear that.
Throwing the baby up makes them stronger.
Oh, right. So even till now, I still have a lot of people saying you need to throw the baby up, because if you don't throw the baby up, the baby will not be strong, the baby will be afraid and all that. But I always ask parents that, okay, so you that they threw up, if you see a snake now, will you be there? Will you stay? Because now you're stronger, you can fight a lion. So if you see a lion now, will you stay? The truth is, either ways, if you throw a baby up or you don't throw a baby up, the baby will be fine. Baby will grow as the baby should. But there's a problem with, you know, throwing babies up scientifically, although the cases are not so common, which is what we call shaking baby syndrome. So this occurs when you vigorously shake a baby and, you know, the brain, because the neck of the baby is not well balanced yet, so the neck cannot really control the head. And then if you vigorously shake this baby, it causes shaking of the brain and can cause permanent brain damage. So it's better to avoid that. You know, you don't have to throw your baby up to show that your baby can actually, you know, to make your baby stronger. It's not necessary. Okay. It can hurt your baby. Because, of course, if the baby turns out to have shaking baby syndrome, then it becomes a problem. Okay. So it's not necessary. All right. For some people that they did not throw up, they are doing just as fine as...
So we have a long list. So we're going to go... We have a long list with you. So we have quite a few...
So it's not advisable to, you know, throw your baby unnecessarily or shake your baby.
All right.
You know, all those squeezing, molding, bending, and turning of your baby, it's not necessary. Okay,
can you hear me?
The baby will grow as it should, because that is the way the baby is created. Baby is created to attain several milestones.
Can you hear me? So she can't hear me. I'm trying to, because we have quite a bit of things, but I don't know if she wants to hear what I'm saying now, because we need her to, there's a major one that I wanted her to address. The bathing the baby is really, because I have experienced it, all of us have experienced it. I remember my cousin's wife in the US, when she had her first child, Yolanda, I can never forget. My mother, because her husband's mother couldn't, my mom's sister couldn't come. So my mom was there. And she was bathing her scrubbing, did all the... Yolanda was crying.
Massage.
Yolanda was crying.
Throw up,
with oil and everything.
Yes, with oil, exactly.
Turn the baby upside down. Yolanda was crying, called my cousin. But your aunt wants to kill my child. She wants to kill. Now, I was seeing her face. I was just saying her to calm down, that it's normal.
They need it for all of us.
All of us.
We've not died.
She was crying profusely. But she didn't understand it, and she was really angry. And many of us have experienced it.
Yes.
But my first child, they did it for. My second child, I didn't allow I didn't allow me the twins. I said, leave them alone. They're okay. Don't check any. Don't check any. Because Elizabeth, I mean, of course, that one, first baby, everybody was proud. But by the time the 22, I said, I beg, leave her. She's fine. They don't need any problem. But I need to ask our consultant, this thing we do where we scrub the armpits, we bat them
so that they won't have body odor.
The baby will be screaming.
And they will shake the baby upside down. Does it really help to make these children healthier and not have this as we've been told? I hope she heard everything I said.
Oh God.
I didn't get that. Sorry, can you come again?
Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
Valentine's season is here and love is in the air.
Guess what? YourView is kicking off 2025 with a bang, hosting our first ever live show on the 14th of February 2025 at the brand new TVC Communications Eco Atlantic Studios. You want to be a part of the magic? It's simple. Secure your seat now by registering online. Just send us your name, phone number, and tell us why you would love to join the fun. Get ready for hot conversations, fresh perspectives, and a chance to share your own view on trending topics. And oh, did we mention we have tons of gifts up for grabs? Don't let anything ruin your Valentine's Day. Join us for love, laughter, and lots of unforgettable moments. See you there.
I'm Adedoja Salam Adeniyi. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time.
On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back
and all the biggest news from the world of entertainment. Only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. Tune into our award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a massive way.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go.
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Valentine's season is here and love is in the air. Guess what? YourView is kicking off 2025 with a bang, hosting our first ever live show on the 14th of February 2025 at the brand new TVC Communications Eco Atlantic Studios. You want to be a part of the magic? It's simple. Secure your seat now by registering online. Just send us your name, phone number, and tell us why you would love to join the fun. Get ready for hot conversations, fresh perspectives, and a chance to share your own view on trending topics. And oh, did we mention we have tons of gifts up for grabs? Don't let anything ruin your Valentine's Day. Join us for love, laughter, and lots of unforgettable moments. See you there. Okay, I didn't move. I actually didn't move.
Thanks for staying with us. Sorry, we sincerely apologize for the technical issues we're having. So we can't hear our guests in Abuja, but I think we'll just discuss the issue of the
some of the
all
myths.
the various issues, the myths that we're having. So hopefully we can bring her back another time to discuss it. So one of the myths, ladies, that we're talking about was the bathing. I mean, I don't even know how they bath all of us in this our country. All of us went through that process. Do you have any experience?
Serious one.
They will use that local sponge.
Can you imagine?
You know the local sponge?
Yes, that local
that is very painful to the skin. They will scrub their armpit,
With black
then they
soap.
will now raise the child from the leg upside down. shake. Then by the time they are using oil and the baby lotion to massage and everything, they will bend the back.
The hand, baby carry the hand to the back.
Hey, don't worry. Your baby will be fine. When they are done, the baby will sleep 4 hours straight.
Sometimes I think that's why I like sleep almost to the next day.
In fact,
because
for a very long time.
In the evening, like the baby 12 hours straight.
Yes, so you have not talked about the water. Do you know why the baby is sleeping like that?
Why?
He's about to cross over. Where is this have come? Let me come to another family, another country. What?
Let's talk about another
okay, so there's another one in my place. So when they give it to you, they scrape your hair and then they remove your tonsils. Like right now, I don't have tonsils.
What? Your tonsils?
Are you serious? Yes, I don't have. If I open my mouth now, you will see it's clear. There's nothing.
No, but they say open. Let me see.
Hey, there is nothing. Why? So I don't have problem with inflamed tonsils. If you see the way they do it, the guy there's a knife like this, sharp. The knife is curved. He will just remove it.
What's the explanation for that?
Okay, so you won't have issues with. You see, right now I don't have anything, any throat issue, any problem.
So it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
I'm told our guest is back, so let me see if she can actually address that. Okay. Hello, madam. Did you hear us?
I now know the problem of our politicians.
Did they remove
Hello, madam. Can you hear us?
They went through this thing.
Okay, I can't hear her. I hope she can hear us because I can't hear her. So go ahead.
So what she's trying to describe is what we call the local uvullectomy. So they use this sickle-like knife.
Yeah.
They put it in the mouth and they cut off the uvula. Now, the uvula does a lot of work in protecting the airway when you're eating. So when you're swallowing, it kind of covers the airway so that food will not go into the airway. All right? And then, of course, that area is what prevents infections. You know, your tonsils get enlarged when you have infections because it's trying to produce what I like to call soldiers to fight the infections. So all this defense is lost when your uvula is cut. And unfortunately, a lot of children have died because their uvulas were removed from bleeding, from infections, you know, because the process is not even sanitary. They just get a random man to bring that sickle-like knife and they just cut it off. And they give you some herbs and they say you should swallow and they give you peppery food and all that so that you can heal fast. So a lot of children have actually died because of that.
Thank God you survived though. You won't have been here, my sister.
It is not to be done.
Okay. Another myth. We have a few more minutes
to all of us. See, please, there is one that is not on this list. When they crepe the baby's hair, they will shave the head, and then the baby will have whole blood all over the head.
I think that's religious. I'm not sure.
It's not for everybody. No,
religious.
It's not for everybody.
They scrape. Is it okay to scrape a baby's hair?
God that born you with hair.
Well, it's a religious thing mostly. They scrape the hair, I think, on the 7th or the 8th day of life, and so that the child can now grow, you know, new hair from there. Well, for a term baby, that's okay. Especially if you're not in a cold environment. For any cold environment, you have to cover that head for some time so that the hair can grow, because the hair also does that, you know, to protect the skin and all that. But for babies that are born preterm, we don't advise you to cut the hair until the baby attains a particular weight. So they would advise you when you go back to the hospital for follow-up, when the child is, you know, able to cut the hair. So it's okay to cut the baby's hair.
There's one I need you to address. There's one that I know I did. When my daughter had a skin infection, I started cutting leaf in my office. There's this red leaf. Everybody said, go and cut. The whole of TVC red leaf. Now me cut them. I was cutting every day. I'm boiling. The whole house was red. I don't know if it works, but I kept bathing my child. I don't know. I don't, because I kept bathing for weeks. On weeks. I mean, eventually it went, but it took a long time. Like, I thought it was supposed to be like magical. I thought it was supposed to be fixed overnight. But I mean, I see when I drive into the old office, I saw people coming to court and they'll be laughing. They keep boiling this one. So I think it worked. I would have let me not pretend.
Say it the way it is so.
But you see, I don't think it worked like that. But it worked, Sha.
Even the medication in the hospital does not work like that. There's a process.
It's for so madam, this leaf that we used to buy bath these children, does it work? It's a red leaf now.
It's a red leaf.
Well, this way, a lot of medications that we use, they come from herbs, from leaves, from trees, and some things like that. So it's possible. I don't know this red leaf that you're describing.
Everybody knows
it's popular.
It's quite popular. I'm surprised.
Is it Tochitila?
So yes, Rashi. It has some medicinal aspects to it. So it's possible that it worked.
Right.
And then it can also be a possibility that your child had a viral infection that manifested as a skin rash. And viral infection will come and go by itself. So it probably also went by itself. So it could have been anything really.
Okay. What about force feeding? When some kids don't lose appetite for,
then you bend
the child, and that's very fat woman. Every neighborhood has that fat woman that is an expert at feeding children that don't eat. You now put it in between her laps and start forcing that to get down the truth. Please, what do you think about that? I feel like those kids are...
It's not what she thinks, it's what is.
What is?
We'll tell you the truth.
Yes, so force feeding, as I would always describe it, is attempted murder.
Attempted murder.
Because the process is, you cover the child's nose.
Yes.
So the child is unable to breathe. And then you pour in the food. So the child opens the mouth, trying to breathe, and then takes in the food. Now, what can happen is that this food can enter the airway and obstruct the airway.
We would have attempted murder. Atiwaike agrees with the attempted murder.
And all of them should be charged with attempted murder.
Parents should be arrested when that happens. It's attempted murder, really. Because children have actually died. So in that case, we say it's a murder case. The child died, not one, not two, not three. I've seen a lot of children that, died. Some of them had serious aspiration pneumonitis. So the lungs is filled with pap. And the child is unable to breathe. You go to the hospital, they have to place on oxygen. The child is struggling to survive.
So we survived because it was our destiny to survive.
It should not be done. If the child is not eating, it means that the child does not want to eat. You have to just keep trying till you find what that child wants to eat. Some people survived it.
Yes, I did. We did.
We all did. Anybody.
Anyway, so there's a natural way.
Okay, there's died, and they are not here to tell the story.
Okay, so there's a natural way that once the child is constipated, there's a way you have to force the child to poo. So they'll use matchstick, rub, then put it inside the child's bum bum. Then there's this tin of milk. They'll put a hole. Then they'll put hot water. And then the baby...
Where do you see all this thing?
And then the baby will start pooing. And immediately the baby poos. Honestly, the baby becomes really...
I feel sorry for your children. I think your children have gone through all this because the way you know about it. My gosh.
Jesus.
Madam, please.
Help us.
Is that medically proven?
Yes, it's actually... It's a common thing that people do. Okay. It's a form of enema. Okay, so enema is actually a medical thing. We do that in some cases when it is necessary. There are techniques on how to go about it. If we need it, we actually even explain to the mother. We teach the mother how to do it. Because if you don't do it right, number one, if you're doing it for a baby, a newborn, especially a baby that is exclusively breastfed, they can be so-called constipated for days, 6 days, 7 days, no poo. It's not like they are constipated. It's just that their body is using up the food and everything. Breastfed babies actually do that. They can go days without pooing. Then they will poo. Some days they will poo like 7 times.
Good information.
Some days they will not poo at all. So when you do that, sometimes babies, babies are soft life people. They like soft life. So they don't even want to try to poo again. So they will wait for you and say, okay, when you are ready, come and help me. Help me bring out this food.
All right, there's one I have to ask you.
It becomes a problem.
This one me, I know I was forced to do because I didn't understand it. They said that you have to put breast milk in the baby's eye to cure jaundice. So when the baby is born, the yellow eyes, and then my thing was, I'm not sure it was my mom or my mother-in-law, somebody was just saying, you have to put breast milk, you have to put it in the eye. And we had to do that. I don't know. Could you tell us, what do you think about that? Is that also medically proven?
Okay. So it's not medically proven. Jaundice and breast milk in the eye have absolutely nothing to do together. Jaundice is due to breakdown of red blood cells and all that. Let me save that. So when the pigment is in the body, that is when it shows in the eye. So whether you put breast milk in the eye or not, the pigment is in the body and it's doing what it's doing. When you put breast milk in the eye, instead you're introducing infection into the baby's eyes, and then the baby can get infected, have conjunctivitis. The eyes start to bring out discharge and all that. Some people even put pawpaw water, or ripe pawpaw. They put the water in the eye to cure jaundice. Jaundice can only be treated in the hospital. either by putting the child under a special light that will call for phototherapy, or in extreme cases by exchanging the blood. But really, a lot of babies would have jaundice in the first few days of their lives. It's normal and it's to go by itself. But for the ones that need help, you have to go to the hospital to get it done. It cannot be done at home. So please don't put breast milk in your baby's eyes, and don't put proper water either.
What about putting a spoon in the mouth when the baby is convulsing?
This is a very dangerous thing to do. When the baby is convulsing, you don't put anything in the mouth. You don't put spoon, because especially for a baby that has teeth, if you put spoon, the spoon can remove one of the teeth, because the force of convulsion is actually a lot. So you can displace the tooth, and the tooth can be aspirated, so it goes into the airway and it blocks off the airway. So the baby can actually get injured or even die from that. Also, you can injure the child. I mean, putting a spoon, I even heard one that put spanner, okay, and removed like 4 of the baby's teeth.
Hey, so spanner. Jesus Christ. What of human beings?
Baby, you let baby convulse, put baby on a flat surface, maybe on the floor, remove anything sharp, anything that can injure the child, and allow the child convulse. If there's any, saliva coming out of the baby's mouth, you just turn the baby to the side and you wipe it till the child is done convulsing.
Because of the time, there was a question I had asked you before we had the technical issue concerning the bathing of the baby so that they don't have body odors. You scrub and throw the baby, and could you just give it
You almost killed the baby.
Voike says almost killed the baby. But, you throw the baby up and you scrub with palm oil and the whole works. Yeah. Does it really stop the baby from having body odor?
It has nothing to do with body odor. When the baby is out, the baby has some, things on the body that you just clean up. In fact, these days they don't even bath the baby in the first 24 hours. They just clean the baby with olive oil, and that's it. They give you your baby, and then later, maybe the next day, they will come and give the baby a soft bath with just wash clothes. That's all you need. Wash clothes, water, and a mild soap. You see, body odor comes from the action of bacteria on the skin. So we have bacteria on our skin, and then when you produce sweat, the bacteria would, feed on that area and then produce that horrible smell. So really, body odor has nothing to do with your baby not being not receiving a good bath. I mean, if you look at people from Western countries, they bath their babies like twice a week. So really, but for us here, we have to scrub. You raise the armpits, you scrub everywhere, because you don't want babies to have body odor. But it has absolutely nothing to do with body odor.
Can you just enlighten people what harm are they doing to the baby by scrubbing and twisting the arm and twisting the leg, holding it upside down?
Makes the baby flexible.
They can that bath. That
sleep very well.
First bath.
Makes them sleep very well.
The dangers, please.
You know that babies are very fragile, especially the skin of babies, and that's why you should not even put herbal concoction in the water you're using to bath your baby, because the skin is so fragile, and the skin is like the first line of protection that we have against microbes. So when you scrub the skin, you are removing layers of the skin, and you expose this baby to a lot of infection. And unlike adults, when you have infection and then it just shows on the skin, it's not like that for babies. When they have infection, even if it's from the skin, it goes into the blood and spreads everywhere. It can spread to the brain, to the lungs, anywhere. So it can cause a lot of problems because you want to give your baby a good bath. So it is it's not necessary, just something very mild, and that is fine. Then coming to the bending and twisting, thank God babies are very flexible, so it's allowed, they allow us to do all those things to them. I mean, if somebody comes to you and tries to bend you, they know what they get in return. But please avoid it. It can cause fractures to the baby and injury.
Thank you, Dr. Adeboale, for joining us this morning. Appreciate your presence, and we sincerely apologize for some of the technical issues. All right, that's all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things. See you again tomorrow. Bye for now.